Alright, guys, this is Dragon King 67. This is going to be our very first podcast and my very first podcast, and we're going to try to get this as smooth and as possible as possible. Probable, possible, however. And I got some of my friends here. I'm going to go with the first one, this tall string bean looking man here.
Sounds like a 30-year-old woman.
He
Hey,
does.
you guys can call me trash.
Yeah, he is. Alright, I got my friend back here,
Hello, I'm Pink Lemonade.
and I'm his straw.
Ooh.
Alright, our first topic. This is how we're going to do it. We're not going to talk about politics, religion, any of that stuff. Nothing that can spawn hate.
And
I don't
we'll
care what
try,
it is.
We'll try our hardest not to trigger anybody, but
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all human though. So but that's our main goal here. We're just talking about some cool stuff. We hope y'all want to take a listen to it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Just have a chill time.
That's right,
we're
guys.
gonna jump right into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Sounds fun to me.
What's that topic?
Alright. Let's see if we can figure out a kids movie that always hits. Every time. What's the first thing y'all think of? What's the first movie y'all think of?
That hits.
I mean, it never goes old. No matter how many times you watch it.
Like, you won't get
Animation,
dated.
anything.
Okay,
Nope.
so it's like it has to be a kids movie.
Okay.
Of course. It's
Like,
usually
okay,
a kids
Yeah.
movie.
So not too many pop culture references because that will get dated very fast.
Yeah.
Okay, well there's one, but it does have an old reference. But the original SpongeBob movie.
Oh yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
good
I mean, it's
classic
not. I mean,
still.
it has the Hoff in there, but like.
But
you
I
know,
mean,
Yeah.
it's still because it's
Yeah.
so funny because it's like a big boat.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say the joke still lands even if you don't know who he is. As a child, I didn't know who David Hasselhoff was.
Yeah.
I was just like, look, it's a big funny buff man.
Matter
I
of
mean-
fact, now that I think about
Yeah.
it, all the kids that were watching SpongeBob probably had no idea who David
Yeah.
Hasselhoff
It was literally just for the adults.
Yeah, but I mean, we still freaking loved it.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah.
a great
Oh,
SpongeBob.
yeah.
That's a solid one. But
Not
You
not to
still need-
mention whenever he has like the spiky boots, like Dennis brings out the,
Oh,
the
heck yeah,
spike
dude.
boots, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing back there?"
That's a nice one.
yeah, that's a good one.
Pink
That's
Lemonade?
hard to top. I'm still thinking. You got one?
I actually do. One of my all-time classics. Always go back to it. Never have a problem. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I've never seen that.
It's a classic.
You know, I
love
can't
that
say
movie.
the last time I saw it either, but I do remember it.
There's some
a
cool
fair
stuff
bit.
about that movie.
Like,
I mean, the voice of Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. That's where you got to start in that
really?
movie.
Really?
Burt Reynolds is a voice cast in this movie.
Wow.
I mean, it is quite the movie, and Charlie Sheen has a part in development.
What is that?
You know,
really
I don't
something
think
good?
that that's-
So-
yeah.
I was gonna say,
But I mean, that's
is that a
but it's
brag?
such a good movie. Then you wouldn't
When was
think
the last
that.
time you saw Charlie Sheen? I remember him in a Fiat commercial.
The last thing
That's
I
when he
saw-
was under house arrest.
The last thing I saw him in was that 9/11 movie with Whoopi Goldberg
Mm.
and a bunch of other actors who disappeared for like a good couple years.
Yeah, no, I honestly can't remember the last time. The only time I really saw him and like could point out, hey, there's Charlie Sheen, was that Fiat commercial. That and 2.5 Men. But you know, Ashton Kutcher
Yeah.
replaced him, and I think did a better job.
Ooh, something that will never get old: the Iron Giant.
Yep, the Iron Giant. That's a classic.
Vin Diesel as the Iron Giant. Oh my
Yeah,
Lord.
I still can't believe that. Vin
That one
Diesel
is
Honestly,
pretty crazy.
I brought it up
Yeah,
before the
you did.
podcast started, and I guess it's finally made its way in. But
we didn't believe it, so we googled it, and he is the Iron Giant, which is literally the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Alright, guys, now we're going to go off a little bit to more of the anime side. We're going to discuss our favorite Dragon Ball arcs. We are
that's
all...
my specialty.
Shut up.
He's got his degree in Dragon Ball.
I watched enough DBZ abridged to fit a lifetime.
This guy.
He doesn't love the abridged.
Alright, Mr. Dragon Ball degree, you go first then.
Oh, favorite arc or favorite movie or like
But
what?
yeah,
Like what are we
favorite
talking
art
about?
movie, whatever. Dragon Ball.
Oh god.
Arc
that's a-
and movie.
Oh,
right
favorite
up.
arc and then
Double,
favorite movie.
double shoot 'em.
All right,
Jersey
double shoot 'em.
Turnpike.
All right. Favorite arc. Android / Cell arc. I mean, you could really split them into two arcs, just like you could the Namek Saga, but we won't get into that. And then favorite movie, split between Janemba or Broly, but I'm gonna have to go with Broly on this one, just because the strength of Broly's character. I really enjoyed Broly as a villain.
Man, you really hated Goku's crying though.
Oh god, he really. Kakarot, Kakarot.
He's like Groot, but instead of saying his own name.
Yes, it is a pod for one.
Man, what's your line? Voice actor walks in, what's your line? Kakarot. Okay. How
I
you
mean,
want me to
is
say
that
it?
it?
Kakarot.
How many times? I wonder how many times he says Kakarot. Someone's had to have like counted.
I think it's like
online.
over 100.
Really?
I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it.
I mean, at
Is
least in
it
the
like
abridged.
counting in like, okay, is it like in the first movie? Because I know, doesn't he come back later?
He has 3 movies.
Yes,
Okay.
I will reiterate the first movie. The second coming of Broly, I mean, there's the family Kamehameha, but but
Not
I
everything
mean,
should be
and then
family.
we have Bio Broly.
We don't talk about Broly.
We don't talk about
that
Bio
never
Broly.
happened. I don't like Dookie Broly.
I love it. I love it when like movies and stuff just bring back a character. But
You know,
a lot.
I actually
Yeah.
talked to somebody who tried convincing me that Broly was the first Super Saiyan God because of Bio Broly, and he had like reddish hair. And I was like, wait a minute.
That's just Dookie in his hair, though.
I'm like, wait a
Then
minute.
how would he have been beaten?
I know, like by
He would have been
Trunks.
so like, yeah, he would have been so immensely powerful. And who were the other Saiyans that empowered him?
I know, like where are the?
You're missing
You know
so
what's
much.
weird that
other-
you realize that like
Just
they had
like-
to do all that to get Saiyan God, and then he goes over Saiyan God, nothing. He just got
Yeah.
mad.
And even like outside the meta, I don't even think they were thinking about like god forms. Wasn't he like playing? He was playing on ending the series and the movies.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Battle of
that's-
Gods was just like an afterthought. I mean, even and then like some old Toriyama interviews, like right when it came out. So that's like what 2015, I think. He was like, yeah, I mean, if Beerus is a 10, then Goku's like a 7, and then Whis is a 15. But now we know that that's not canon. With Beerus being as powerful as he is.
I haven't watched the new series, but I believe you.
You haven't watched Super yet?
No, I've been meaning to.
I mean, it's got some good villains.
Yeah, I hear it's good. So, we're gonna. Okay. We're gonna hop to my.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, just to reiterate, Cell Arc, and then
Okay.
And
you
then
didn't get into
Broly.
the Cell Arc actually.
I mean, I can talk about
Yeah,
it. I mean,
'cause I would like.
All right,
to
you know,
hear-
we'll all right, I got no way to do this. We'll talk about your points of the Cell Arc, what we like about it, and why we don't. If we decide against it,
well, maybe we
Well,
should
we
like
don't
have
think-
a little bit of like a debate situation, like which
Yeah.
arc is the better one
Okay,
between
I
our
like that.
all right,
favorites.
all right.
I
Then
like that.
the way we're gonna do that, we're first going to say which one's our favorite. We'll do Arc and movie.
Okay, so Cell
Wait,
Arc
Lemonade?
Yeah.
and Broly.
Okay. So movie, the King Slug movie. I love that movie. I love the Mechians with all my heart. Okay, and now hear me out. I don't know if you count this as an arc, but because it was only one episode.
What?
But when Piccolo and Goku were getting their licenses.
That's not.
Can't count that as an arc.
That's
Can't count it as an
filler.
arc.
That's filler.
Okay. I think.
That's not a bad episode though.
Yeah,
We'll say
It's
I
not a
that.
bad
really- I
episode,
really like
dude.
that
Piccolo's
episode.
outfit was
Yeah,
pretty
I really
pretty
enjoy
nice.
those kind of episodes.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have to probably say the first tournament then.
Like
Not
Dragon
bad.
Ball.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, not Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z first tournament. Wait, the Dragon
the-
Ball first tournament? No, the Dragon Ball first tournament. I actually think
Okay.
you're right, because
Yeah,
like
back
the
to
Okay, are we
plot
talking-
twist, yeah.
So
That was pretty good.
I mean, 22nd Budokai Tenkaichi. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see that.
yeah,
Alright,
that's I really like the twist and stuff like that.
Now I'm probably gonna be the odd man out, especially in the comic section. My favorite saga was the Boo saga.
Ugh,
Ooh. I
love the Boo saga.
All right.
I love Boo.
Favorite movie?
My favorite movie is the Android 13 movie. Yes,
Not
I
bad.
like the
Not a
redneck,
bad
crazy.
choice. That was probably my second. I mean, Janemba holds a special place in my heart.
I actually don't like Jim that much. Sorry.
You guys like it for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
It's
Now-
interesting.
All right. So who do? Okay. Cell Saga, I will say, has a lot of great things writing on it. First, they introduce how Saiyans evolve. I mean, first in like when Goku is like in the first season, it just completely builds off the first season. You know, first you have the Zenkai boost, you know, where a Saiyan almost comes close to death and then comes back, and then you can see how that progression is translated into the Saiyans with grade 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then eventually grade quote-unquote 5, which is, as we know now, Super Saiyan 2. And so I think just increasing what we already knew about Saiyans and making them even better, I think, and it gave Vegeta some much-needed character development with his son coming back from the future. So I just really enjoyed that as a Vegeta fan. I mean, of course, he got more development in the Buu saga, as we all know, but he really started to become Kakarot's like bestie towards the end of that arc, as well as respecting Goku, more, and Gohan. especially Gohan towards the end. But those are just
All right, you said you like the Cell arc.
well, yeah. I mean, what do you guys have to say about that? I mean, I pretty much laid everything I had to say out.
I enjoyed the Cell arc. It was
I don't know. I mean,
solid.
like there was some stuff that I'll agree with Vegeta's character development, but I also thought it kind of squandered it
Mhm.
on the
So-
fact I mean, it was way better in the Buu saga in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but it's like the start of it. It's the start of something new. I mean, they really dropped the ball.
Yeah,
with
but
the
like
Blue arc in
it
general.
was, but he did kind of get some carryingness to his son, but he also just really didn't care about him at the same time.
Yeah.
He had to die,
Yeah, that's.
or at least think he was dead to be like, well,
Well, no, he
crap,
did
that's
die.
my son.
Well, yeah, I mean, he did die. My baby boy.
He didn't even say that. He was just like,
No,
oh,
that's
my
that's
son.
That's an abridged thing.
Oh.
My
don't-
baby boy.
We're talking about Dragon Ball, dude, not Bridges.
Well, it's just.
I'm not an architect.
I do think it's very funny though that he built like a real fast stadium. Just like, where did
Yeah.
you even get those materials?
He's just like, I'm Cell.
Well, no,
Boom,
I mean
studio.
there is like a thing where he like uses his fingers to just like cut it up and everything like that.
I do think it's weird that like
He had an entire month.
I think
That's
it's weird that like a lot of Dragon Ball characters like that just randomly have telekinesis.
Mhm.
They explain why Frieza has it, but now he just has it.
So,
He's
Yeah,
like,
with
you
like
know
the
what?
Psycho Death Ball.
I got it now.
Yeah.
It's
Really.
mine. Boom, telekinesis.
Well, I mean, he does have Frieza cells.
Yeah. Wait, does he have Frieza cells?
Yeah, because Frieza came to Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just like anybody on Earth?
No, it's just like the strongest.
What if he's
people
got
that
like
have been on
cancer
Earth.
this whole time? What if he had cancer cells? Dude,
I
that's
have-
how they beat Cell. Actually, he
I
had
have
cancer.
perfect
He
cancer.
had cancer. He died of
No.
This is perfect cancer.
Perfect cancer.
perfect cancer.
I'm dead.
Does that mean he was just covered in tumors? That sounds
Why do you think he wanted to fight
horrific.
so bad? He wanted a good fight before he went.
Yeah,
That's
was
right.
like, I'm dying.
I'm not doing too hot over here.
Okay, yeah, no, that's solid. Okay, but let me give my like presentation for like the movie real fast. So King Slug,
Oh, and second part, I actually really like that movie, so
Yes.
I've
Oh, Slug
Good
movie.
movie.
Oh, okay.
It's not my
yeah.
favorite, but I've got
I-
Slug's good.
yes,
Yeah, fake
I,
Super Saiyan, but alright. Let's do
Ah,
that.
It's cool as
listen,
crap.
I love Namekians. Namekians have been squandered and always get the short end of the stick.
Yep.
They have so much potential with like regrowing their limbs. They could be so strong.
They get shit on so damn bad.
Mhm.
Okay, but like the whole Namekian thing, regrowing their limbs, it's been played out at this point because Cell had Piccolo cells, and just because he had Piccolo cells, I mean I can understand Jiro like perfecting his cells or whatever, like making them work overdrive, but like the whole explanation. Oh, I have Piccolo cells, so I can regenerate from like the tiniest little thing, but yet Piccolo dies to a mouth beam.
That did cheapen the like first time they like quote unquote killed him like with the blast. I will dock points for the Cell arc for that because I was like, oh damn, that was a really good way to like end it. It was a very satisfying way to ending. And then he was like, oh, I survived for one cell.
Yeah, it's like
It was cheap.
a tiny core, ever so powerful.
Yeah, that's what I thought kind of hurt Cell. Was like
Mhm.
he was the first one to have like the Regena factor, but
Yeah.
Dragon Ball had that so good with the Namekians.
Mhm.
It was just enough.
Yes.
It wasn't like
That's what I like about like the
freaking
earlier
Deadpool
stuff.
or Wolverine level crap
Yeah,
where
it wasn't
even
like-
Deadpool got
yes.
annoying. No one likes
The
that.
Yeah, but
power
see-
stealing just got so high.
But
Yeah.
but like let's look at who Cell is for a minute. Like he's the first character, besides the Namekians, to have that ability.
Mhm.
I mean, Frieza didn't have it. If Frieza had it, he'd be completely overpowered, and Goku could not have killed him unless fulfilling an ancient alien prophecy. But like,
Gotta watch out for those dudes.
Yeah.
gotta watch out for him. But I mean, Cell, he was the first person to use it, that crazy regeneration factor, and then Boo just like, oh, I'm gonna copy it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm this ancient evil, but yet I still have everything that Cell can do. Just
Yeah.
better. Plus, I can absorb, but I don't have to use my tail. I can regenerate.
Something.
And you know what? Since you wanna hit my freaking boy, I'm about to go in.
All right, go in.
Go off.
Only Boo, only good Boo is Boohan. Just gonna throw that out there.
You know what?
I
I'm gonna
love
go
all
ahead
the
and
Boos.
squander it.
I
Okay.
love Boo.
Honestly, I think Boo by himself was better.
Really.
Innocent
'Cause-
Boo.
yes,
okay.
I actually like
That was
Innocent Boo.
solid. Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, they took a character that was kind of like Arel in a way, just so crazy
What,
off
Arale?
the top. Yeah, Raleigh, just odd and different.
Yeah.
And then-
sure.
But
Yeah,
Arale
he's
had
a freaking god, essentially.
okay, but Arale had a reason because like I mean she's from Toriyama's joke manga days.
But joke your manga.
Okay, that's
But back to King Slug. I think he
Durkin
also had some really interesting minions They all had
Yeah,
like
he
unique
did.
powers, like that guy who like grew smaller hymns off his
Yeah,
back
he
and
did. That was pretty cool.
absorbed, like,
Kinda
everyone's
like,
energy.
Oh,
Evil
so like every
Piccolo's
other
kids.
one of those early Z
Yeah, but
movies.
he did it in a different way. He did it in a unique
He did
way.
do it very good. It was like Evil Piccolo, King Piccolo's kids,
Yeah.
and that was cool.
Yeah, and unlike
Some
how-
of them were
yeah.
really cool.
And unlike how the others ones just like siphoned the mana just from like being in their presence. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
think that's what kind of killed
It was interesting and dynamic and different because you had these things that you could actually fight back against, and in the other ones, the power level was just like so like, just keeps raising higher and higher, and they just have to keep raising the Saiyans higher and higher, which is also
Yeah.
why I like the first like Dragon Ball tournament arc. Because it was just like so like low to the ground. It was like
It's
Goku's
just
a
martial arts.
teenager.
It's
Yeah,
just martial arts.
It's basically just martial arts, but like at its highest level. Like it's like Mortal Kombat, but without like as gory.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's
it could
pretty
be
gory.
sometimes.
I mean, he
Yeah.
did, punch through King Piccolo.
Well, that he knew he would regenerate. That's different.
Yeah.
He did butcher his brother in like cold blood.
He did. He did do that.
He was his brother. He didn't like cared. It's like good Piccolo and this fool.
Yeah, he just got
I'm
him.
Yo,
sick of this
in this
guy.
man's.
I'm holding him right now. Just
And
kill
can we
him.
just talk about like the Namekian absorption ability that came up in the Tournament of Power like more into play, because like,
They really downplayed it.
They
Yeah.
really did like he
Like,
absorbed Nail.
At first, like it was like, oh my god. Now he's like this monster. Takes on a
Literally,
imperfect cell and cell. Takes him out pretty well, and then boom.
The
he's
absorption,
nothing.
insane. Like, I mean, they barely did any training with King Kai, right? I mean, they even made I'm gonna stop talking about the abridged. I'm not even gonna bring that up.
I never watched it. I don't know.
But
I watched
basically, like they barely even train. They don't learn any of King Kai's techniques, like the King Kai Fist or Kaioken, whatever you want to call it.
Some of the moves I
Spear
just
Bomb. They didn't
forgot.
learn any of that.
I think it's funny that King Kai's supposed to be like way powerful, but like he just ignores his moves later on. In the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they
That
don't even
happens a
really
lot,
worth
though.
anything.
They, like,
I mean, they brought
make
it back.
moves.
They did bring back the Kaioken. The
Yeah.
Spirit Bomb has always been a mainstay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think he learned anything else.
But also, again, with the like power leveling, that I just really don't like so much. You just get so many characters left to the wayside while Goku and Vegeta. just
Yeah,
fight
they really do that
everything.
a lot.
Even with like they.
In the Cell Saga, I think like another big rough on that.
Mhm.
Before that, they weren't that bad, but golly, the Cell Saga
Yeah.
destroyed.
I mean,
it.
that's my main issue with the Buu arc, really. Like carrying over from the Cell arc, you had like a perfect setup for Gohan to take Goku's mantle. But no, Goku came back. Gohan becomes a pushover,
Yeah.
becomes a scholar. Yeah, he becomes the Great Saiyaman, but he's weaker than he was when he
He
fought
was like
Cell,
the
which is
Saiyaman.
stated by Vegeta.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was as strong as when he fought Cell, because Deborah was supposed to be Cell's equal, and yet he gets pushed around, not a lot, but he.
Yeah, Raleigh is odd and different.
Yeah.
And then-
sure.
But
Yeah,
Arale
he's
had
a freaking god, essentially.
okay, but Arale had a reason because like I mean she's from Toriyama's joke manga days.
But joke your manga.
Okay, that's
But back to King Slug. I think he
Durkin
also had some really interesting minions. They all had
Yeah,
like
he
unique
did.
powers, like that guy who like grew smaller hymns on his
Yeah,
back
he
and
did. That was pretty cool.
absorbed, like,
Kinda
everyone's
like,
energy.
oh,
Evil
so like
Piccolo's
every other
kids.
one of those early Z
Yeah, but
movies.
he did it in a different way. He did it in a unique
He did
way.
do it very good. It was like Evil Piccolo, King Piccolo's kids,
Yeah.
and that was cool.
Yeah, and unlike
Some
how-
of them were
yeah.
really cool.
And unlike how the others ones just like siphoned the mana just from like being in their presence. or
Yeah, I
whatever,
think that's what kind of killed
it was interesting and dynamic and different because you had these things that you could actually fight back against, and in the other ones, the power level was just like so like, just keeps raising higher and higher, and they just have to keep raising the Saiyans higher and higher, which is also
Yeah.
why I like the first like Dragon Ball tournament arc. Because it was just like so like low to the ground. It was like
It's
Goku's
just
a
martial arts.
teenager.
It's
Yeah,
just martial arts.
It's basically just martial arts, but like at its highest level. Like it's like Mortal Kombat, but without like as gory.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's
it could be
pretty gory.
sometimes.
I mean, he
Yeah.
did punch through King Piccolo.
Well, that he knew he would regenerate. That's different.
Yeah.
He did butcher his brother in like cold blood.
He did. He did do that.
He was his brother. He didn't like cared. It's like good Piccolo and this fool.
Yeah, he just got
I'm
him.
Yo,
sick of this
in this
guy.
man's.
I'm holding him right now. Just
And
kill
can we
him.
just talk about like the Namekian absorption ability that came up in the Tournament of Power like more into play? Because like, I just
They really downplayed it.
they
Yeah.
really did like he
Like,
absorbed Nail.
At first, like, it was like, oh my god, now he's like this monster. Takes on a
Literally,
imperfect cell and cell. Takes him out pretty well, and then boom,
the
he's
absorption,
nothing.
insane. Like I mean, they barely did any training with King Kai, right? I mean, they even made I'm gonna stop talking about the abridged. I'm not even gonna bring that up.
I never watched it. I don't know.
But
I watched
basically, like they barely even train. They don't learn any of King Kai's techniques, like the King Kai Fist or Kaioken, whatever you want to call it.
Some of the moves are
Spear
just
Bomb. They didn't
forgotten.
learn any of that.
I think it's funny that King Kai's supposed to be like way powerful, but like he just ignores his moves later on. In the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they
That
don't even
happens a
really
lot,
worth
though.
anything.
They, like,
I mean, they brought
make
it back.
moves.
They did bring back the Kaioken. The
Yeah.
Spear Bomb has always been a mainstay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think he learned anything else.
But also, again, with the like power leveling, that I just really don't like so much. You just get so many characters left to the wayside while Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah,
just
they
fight
really do that
everything.
a lot.
Even with like they.
In the Cell Saga, I think like another big rough on that. Before that, they weren't that bad, but golly, the Cell Saga
Yeah.
destroyed.
I mean,
it.
that's my main issue with the Buu arc, really. Like carrying over from the Cell arc, you had like a perfect setup for Gohan to take Goku's mantle. But no, Goku came back. Gohan becomes a pushover, becomes a scholar. Yeah, he becomes the Great Saiyaman, but he's weaker than he was when he fought
did,
Cell,
like, the
which is
Saiyaman.
stated by Vegeta.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was as strong as when he fought Cell, because Deborah was supposed to be Cell's equal, yet he gets pushed around, not a lot, but he does get pushed back by Deborah.
Yeah.
Well, like I'll admit though, like what I thought made the Cell Saga really good was the villain.
Mhm.
I mean, Frieza was okay, but
Yeah.
to be honest, the only thing we really got from him was he destroyed the same planet, and then in the beginning of everything, we really didn't really see much of that.
Yeah. All
So we
knew-
never really see how powerful he really was. But Boo was freaking just killing people left and
That's
right.
true. Didn't
Sure, he did. They got brought back, but I mean, he was just laying them out.
Didn't we see
Characters
Frieza
we
destroy
sit
a
there.
planet though?
Who?
Frieza,
I mean, at the
didn't
beginning of Z,
yeah.
literally, it's just like,
They-
oh,
they
with
show his
one
power
finger.
Then. He's just like "Rah," with one finger, like pointing at it. So they do show his power. But what I like about the Buu arc, and this does have to do again with power leveling, is how they power leveled them
Yeah.
by the fusion instead of the
Yeah.
like normal, just like oh we got a fight montage.
Oh, so it's better to just combine two people than actual effort.
it's more.
I mean, sometimes it's
character-
easier. It's
yes.
easier to do that with the characters.
I mean, I'll give
After
you
a while, we
It's
get sick of
interest-
it.
Yeah, it's characterly interesting too. to
It's,
put
that's
two people
what, in my
together
opinion,
and
is
yes, make
like
them work.
Super really dragged. A lot of people didn't like Super as much as all the other seasons.
Well, yeah,
Or
because
GT
they literally
because they just trained.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
there's a whole freaking like a half a season where Goku and Vegeta just train with Whis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
but
yeah,
that's,
Whis is a cool character, but it hurts it. It's
yeah,
just
I
like
mean, but it
it's boring.
shows just how far Saiyans can go because really they didn't really quote unquote stack anything on top of God. It's not like really Super Saiyan God,
Yeah.
Super Saiyan.
It's
It's
kinda
really
like-
just key control, like very heavy key control. Literally, Goku talks about it. I mean, Whis is just like, hey, hold your power inward, and then they tap into blue. And then later, he's like, Kaioken, combined with the overwhelming focus of blue, he literally says, "There's nothing I can't do." After saying that, so it's like, it's
I
not
think what
really.
really helped the Buu Saga as well is like with that hurt him in the Cell Saga was just obliterating the Z fighters, which the Z fighters get shit on a lot.
Yeah,
but
but
golly.
he
They're
gets,
really
but they
bad.
get more creamed in the original Saiyan saga.
Yeah, well, like in the Buu Saga though, especially with the opening tournament,
Yeah.
I mean they get to show off. They're powerful.
Yeah.
A lot of people would sit there and they think, oh well, he just do it, and he's just
Yeah.
gonna sit there and hit the thing. But
I mean,
no,
but
he
who really
freaking
got
destroys
showed
them.
off? Who really got showed off though? Because Videl immediately got knocked out by Spopovich after being completely,
Well, he's,
totally
that's,
just.
he's like a mod.
Well,
So
Well,
he's like,
yeah, but he's
way
Spopovich.
well,
Gohan
whoa,
could have
we're
literally.
trying to
just-
make this not
you
that.
yeah.
We're trying to make it kind of kid friendly, buddy.
How so? What did I say?
You know what you said.
I actually don't know what I
He
said.
said Spopovich.
I said Spopovich.
Spopovich.
I said I.
Don't
there was
say
a-
that
Oh, I
word.
get it. It's a joke.
Oh, I
Yeah,
get it.
it's a joke.
I was like, what did I say?
What's the
Complete
matter with you?
Flew over both our heads.
Yeah. Lemonade's over here just like, huh?
I was very
Lemonade's-
confused.
Lemonade's half drunk, dude.
I wish. God, I need some. I have lemonade next to me.
Yeah.
But,
Of course.
Actual pink lemonade.
I love lemonade, God. But that's a different topic.
Yeah, let's talk about.
Again, the Z Fighters, like, got to, like, the original Z Fighters really got to show off, like, in that first original tournament arc, you got to see their own unique skills and powers.
Yeah.
And later,
And then, like,
you
some
never
other ones-
see, like, the Destructo Disc or
Yeah, I
TNT
mean-
Yeah.
eyeball, like, doing
That was
his,
cool
like,
as crap.
life beam blast
Yeah.
that kills him
The
slowly.
freaking multiple arms and all that.
Yes.
It might have been corny, but it was cool.
It was so
Yeah,
cool.
if there's
So
one gripe
cool.
that I have with Z overall is that the Z fighters got really thrown to the wayside, like especially Ten
Yeah.
Shinhan. Ten Shinhan
Yes,
was
he
one of my
did.
favorite characters, and then he
Yes.
just like he literally throws out a one-armed tri-beam, and it just does nothing along with Chaozu blowing himself up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so those two get thrown to the wayside. Yamcha just gets immediately blown up by a Cyberman after like 2
They're
seconds
just
of
punching
teaching
back.
Gohan how to
I'll admit, yeah,
see
but
high-speed movement.
what helped that was, that's why it was so cool. That actually makes them even stronger, really looking. Yes, it's a joke that they got wiped out by the Saiyans, but they did that to make the Saiyans look as powerful as they were, because at the time, they were the strongest things on the
Oh
planet.
yeah, I mean,
They were monsters.
They're
to
just,
strong.
they're just
A
punching
lot, like-
bags to everyone now.
yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
what killed it. That's what
Yeah.
killed
They
it.
never got stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't use it as an opportunity to be like, okay, so we need to be
Yes.
stronger. It's just like, okay, we just
Yeah.
learned that
Krillin
that
was like,
Kakarot can
yeah.
take care of everything.
Yeah, Krillin was like,
Well-
I guess I'll grow my hair out and just marry this android.
I'm gonna become a cop.
Yeah, and just like
Whoa,
have a kid
whoa.
somehow.
We all gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. We wish we were Krillin.
I mean,
I mean,
Dude Man can destroy a
he's very-
planet
yeah,
by
I mean,
Frieza
yeah.
saga.
He got 18 too.
He got really
He did
Dude.
get 18 though.
How did they have a kid?
Which, speaking of, dude,
We're not gonna-
Cell.
Yeah, so you made her human.
Can
You
we
didn't think
just
he'd
say
give her
that
human parts?
Cell's probably one of the smarter of all the villains? Because like,
I would say that, but honestly, that's why I kind of like the Boost Saga, because yes, they were dumb,
With just
but
raw
they
power?
weren't idiots.
Yeah,
yeah, but then
Especially Super Boo.
Yeah.
I mean, my dude figured out a way to break space and time.
no, he just got really angry.
That's
He
true.
did that!
They're
And he
just
screamed.
they're just like raw force and power compared to like the genius level of like Cell.
Yeah, like Cell
Yeah.
literally just went from town to town absorbing enough people so that he could beat Piccolo because he fought him once, and then he was like, okay, well I can't really like full out beat him.
I'll
Like, I might
also
take some
admit,
heavy
though, what I
damage.
think kind of hurt Cell, for me especially, he felt like Frieza with extra steps.
Yeah, but like,
Because
He did-
Frieza was just like, he was already there. He didn't have to show the absorbing and powerful.
yeah, but imagine this in a pitch meeting, right? Like let's say you're Toriyama and you're pitching to everybody else at Toei Animation, and you're just like, okay,
They like Frieza. Let's do Frieza again.
get this, it's all of the universe's strongest fighters rolled into one with all of their abilities. You have everybody from Piccolo and Goku, Gohan, everybody from on Earth, Vegeta, and then you also have Frieza, the old ruler of the universe, and he's super strong. Jiro didn't know that, but like
Yeah.
he's got everything. And he can constantly regenerate. He knows all of their techniques, and he knows how to perfectly counter them.
Well, dang, when
along
you
with
put
the
it out
fact-
like that, honestly,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have been able to beat
Hold
him.
on, wait. I have
Exactly.
I,
They shouldn't have.
I was thinking.
unless through sheer effort.
That's true. But I was thinking, all right, your guys is like the like arcs you chose into the movies. You guys have like really like well designed villains. Like King Slug, that's one of his like weaker points. He's not very like he's just an old man and then he becomes young.
brother.
But like, where did Cell, if he's like a fusion, an amalgamation of a bunch of humanoids
Yeah.
and human-looking people and like a Namekian,
And then, like, you
and,
just
like,
dissed on fusion.
whatever
That's
it's
literally
like.
what he is.
Wait,
He's just
why,
fusion.
Why does he look like that when he's mostly human?
I mean, it's a
Yeah,
design
I kind of
choice.
agree with that, too.
It's a
It's
design
kind of weird.
choice.
Yeah, I think he looks amazing. I think he looks super cool.
He's one of the better
I'll agree with
designed
that.
villains.
Yes.
I mean, compared
I
to like Hit, who just has
Yeah.
the universe
Yeah.
6
I
J's
think
on.
the big Boo though, the like fat Boo, Majin Buu, I loved his design. Like seeing
Yeah.
like a big old.
Oh, man, he
character
was just a
compared
big
to-
gum,
Yes.
but he was different.
Yeah,
he was very
he was
different
like-
for the time. He
that's
was not Mr. Popo,
yes.
but pink.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
He
I like
was
the squinted eyes.
interesting.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yes. He was
Like,
super
where did
interesting.
then he freaking when he got
as a
mad, and the
character.
little pupils would
Yeah,
come
the little
out.
pupils came
That was
out.
hilarious, but
Turning
awesome.
people into candy and like
Yeah.
absorbing their power. That is just a copy
See,
of
that was the
Cell.
cool thing about it was comedy, but it was also dark comedy
Yeah,
because
but the
he did comedic ways of taking him out, but then he would be like,
Yeah, there wasn't much
it was
fun
like-
in your art.
he was like, oh my god, I just turned Chi-Chi into a freaking piece of chocolate and he ate it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious, but dang, you just killed Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's very dark comedy, but like if you look at what it's been like, yeah, it went back to its more comedic roots, but in the end, I mean, look at what Boo really is, right? Like the Boo arc in total. you have one of the best fights, in my personal opinion, is when Vegeta is actually able to go head to head with Kakarot with no holds barred.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then as soon as that's over, about a couple episodes later, he's just like, oh yeah, I could have wiped the floor with him, but I chose not to. And it's just like, okay, so I just got cucked.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
So
That is very cheap of them to do.
Yeah,
and
so
but we can't really take that in because Vegeta always says that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always that guy. I'll
Yeah.
beat you,
Yeah, he could.
but he never really does.
He's the type of guy who'd be like, "Oh, the game glitched out," or like, "Oh, it's not my fault. It was the controller."
yeah, I mean, but Vegeta
Kaba
spent
hit me
his
in my
entire
D.
life getting up to Goku's level, which in Super he got. I mean, they were pretty much neck and neck for a while until Kaioken got pulled out, and then even in the entirety of the Future Trunks arc, no Kaioken was used, which, I mean, I'm kind of fine with.
Yeah.
But I mean, because I really did enjoy the callback, but other than that, it was just, I mean,
Fan service.
it's just fan service.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best fan service of that anyway was Master Roshi going in.
Oh yeah, Master Roshi going in.
Because I always felt like he was like the Z Fighters got really bad, but Master Roshi,
Yes.
holy crap!
Can we
And
talk?
that's a good part about the first tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Master
why
Roshi, he's
I'll admit I
secretly,
love the
like,
Boo
there.
Saga.
Can we
but
talk
I'll
about
go with his.
Resurrection F for a second?
No, we
Do we
wouldn't
have
let
to?
that happen. Do
We don't
really
have
to talk about
to.
Resurrection
I don't think
F?
we
I really
should.
don't want
No,
to.
that sucks.
Yeah, I
I'd
was
rather
not a
not.
big fan.
Why would you
oh.
even mention that?
Well, I
I
mentioned.
hate you. I hate you now.
Oh my gosh! Oh, let's bring Frieza back for the 5th time this time.
Ugh.
Oh wait, the Tournament of Power. Oh wait, we don't have anybody else. So let's just bring Frieza
We
back.
don't have literally anybody else that could
No
help.
other villains ever existed, as we know.
I mean, we couldn't have got Boo. He couldn't wake up like he did in the first practice tournament. No, we'll just get Frieza in there again for the 5th time.
Like I mean, Cell. I mean, he's got Frieza. He's got Frieza.
yeah, honestly,
Cell.
I'd rather see Cell. Like, I don't like Cell that much. As you already said. I
I mean,
don't
what
really
is
like Cell, but I'd rather
Cell
see
just-
Brother Frieza.
Honestly, I mean, if you have Frieza, right? I mean, you have like Resurrection F and everything like that. He's just like, oh, I'm really just an evil person. But Cell wasn't just like an evil person. He just really wanted a good fight to test his power. And it's just like, okay, now I'm gonna destroy the planet if nobody can do this. And it's not like he's a super duper duper evil.
Yeah.
He's got like these nice character flaws. Like he's always looking for somebody to challenge.
Well, I don't
him.
know.
feel
I
like
would
he's a
say that,
playing character.
but
So,
I would
like, if
say
you were to
like
put
he
him
was
in-
evil because he killed 16.
Yeah.
And just because he liked plants and he's like weak,
Yeah.
pathetic, trash.
But it broke Gohan enough to make him go Super Saiyan 2.
That's what hurt it. Like in
But
my opinion,
Did he
what
even
hurt
know
that
that
so
would
bad
happen?
was yes,
He did,
it
but
was
he was
like.
pushing him the entire time because he was like, I can go further beyond it, but I have to.
And
be
I'll
very
agree
mad.
that wasn't a bad story, but I'll also agree that it was really cliche.
Mhm.
How so?
That's
And-
it's
yeah.
every arc.
And cliche isn't.
I mean,
bad
you got to break him
necessarily.
like,
Yeah.
oh, we got to break, you got to make him bad now.
But
like,
when-
well, why?
Yeah.
That's what I liked about the Boo arc. Oh, we can just make Vegeta mad again. No, just slap an M on his forehead. That was sick as crap.
What-
Yeah.
Something in.
And like he goes back on everything that was established in the Cell arc, which really hurt the Boo arc for me
Yeah.
because he's like, oh, I'm like really good with Gohan and Goku now, and I can't wait to see him again so I can actually fight him at his full potential. And so, but now he's just like, oh, I don't get to fight him right now, so now I have to fight him. I can't. I don't want to fight him later. I want to fight him now, so I'm gonna go back on all of my moral
And
principles.
I'll admit, like, yeah, he had all his moral principles, but I mean,
Yeah.
the whole Majin thing, what kind of helped it, in my opinion, was he was evil in the beginning. He's always that's what makes
Yeah.
the Saiyans
I want to
different
go
from
back
Rizzo.
to who I was before. And then he just is just
Single and getting it on with Nappa.
like getting on.
We all know
Vegeta.
what's
They were
going on.
lovers.
Look,
We
Vegeta.
saw those panties.
They're breeding.
Well, we're gonna end this topic on that, and we're gonna have one more in just a minute.
Yeah, some good points were made here and there. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I didn't even realize how much I knew about Dragon Ball until I started.
I mean, you still like King Slug.
all right. Well,
And I barely got to make any of my points. I would like to repeat.
but we will let all y'all figure out everything out in the comment section. Since we put up our pretty good valid points, we're gonna let y'all decide all of that.
King
Y'all just
Slug
let us
deserves
know.
no valid points.
He deserves so many valid points.
We're gonna do a whole thing. If Slug wins, Trashier's gotta wear a trash bag.
All
And
right.
we'll put it up on the thing.
Yeah, no, I'll just put a belt around my neck, like with the trash
Yeah,
bag
that's what
underneath
I
it, and
say.
just
I think-
suffocate.
Let's not say we're gonna put a belt around your neck on the thing podcast,
Yeah.
buddy.
Well, yeah, but like with the
I
trash
feel like
bag.
let's not put a trash bag around his like head. We can get like a big trash bag and like poke holes for his arms and legs.
Shout
There
out
we
to
go.
Caden for wrestling season.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right, and now our last topic, which we're gonna try to do every podcast. We're gonna have a fight, and this one's gonna get ready for the next movie that is coming out. That I'm very excited, and I do believe both of my friends are very excited
Very
for.
very
So
excited for it.
excited.
Yeah.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yes.
And there's only be one stipulation to make this a little more equal that we don't know will happen in the movie, but honestly, if it doesn't, it won't make sense in my opinion.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know
They
overall
have to
sizes
do it.
right now, but
We're
I
gonna
think they
they're
have-
gonna be around the same size.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the one thing
King
we are
Kong's
gonna
be-
state.
yes.
yeah. In
And
the comments, if you
yeah.
guys could like reiterate what their sizes are, I don't. Somebody in the comments is gonna know.
I feel like we can Google it. Hold on.
Oh, are we gonna take a
but-
Google break?
No, you
Google
guys can
break.
keep talking while I Google.
That should be a thing. We
Plug. We're gonna
Google
plug
break.
Google.
Plug Google.
Google service, please give us that ad revenue.
Sorry, I only use Mozilla Firefox.
Oh, you get your Firefox out of here.
God.
What did it say?
And okay.
What does your Firefox say?
I mean, it's fiery and foxy. that's
So,
about it.
I figured it'd say
Are we
Oh
gonna
my
only
God.
give the
Yeah, you like that
I
one?
mean, at least I'm not going on Yahoo Answers.
Are we going to only do the metric system American here?
I mean, we should be
They're
all inclusive.
Americans,
We
I
should be all
imagine.
inclusive.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. I wanna-
Perhaps we should. We should put both.
Okay. Oh yeah. I'll just say both because they're both just right here. Okay. 185 meters, and then 389 feet.
Okay.
He's
Very
huge.
tall.
He's huge.
Is that Godzilla or?
That's
or Kong?
Godzilla.
Okay.
Kong is much smaller.
You got to make sure that you put the Kong for the movie that came out,
Okay.
not the earlier movies.
Wait. Which movie, Kong?
Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
When was that?
2018,
You can just put Kong
maybe?
Kong Skull Island.
Kong 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah, you could just put the year beside it, and it'll be like, here's your result.
Here's your
Okay.
result.
He was only 25 feet.
Oh dang.
Yeah, he's much smaller. They have to scale him up, otherwise it's
Yeah, it
just
wouldn't
like
make sense.
A
Yeah.
small little man.
So
crawling in a big lizard.
we're gonna scale him up because
Yeah.
I mean
Are we
it's
gonna
not.
scale him to the 300?
Wait, how is he
We'll say-
25 feet? His
There's
face
no
was
way.
his face was
That's
like a good
literally what I can
15
show you.
feet.
25 feet.
For King Kong. No, that's just for regular King Kong.
I typed in 2018.
No, just put Kong Skull Island.
Okay, Skull
Kong or King Kong Skull Island.
Island. 100 feet. That's still
Okay.
That's still nowhere.
It's about
close.
half the size.
Yeah, he's got
So
like
we'll
one
say-
quarter of the size.
We'll
No,
put
I'd
him
say a
at.
third.
We'll put him at in this fight
Yeah. One,
around 235 to 85 feet.
okay.
How about we just put them both at like an even 200?
We can't. I don't want to change Godzilla. I mean, that was weird.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
All right. Now, who you guys got in this fight? Which dog you got in this?
I got to talk a lot for the last bit, so I'll let somebody else take it away.
Godzilla. That's easy.
You got Godzilla.
Just for posterity's sake, I'll say King Kong.
Okay.
Alright.
Devil's advocate over here.
Well, I mean, I do have an opinion, and I do think that Godzilla's atomic breath
Yeah.
is a big factor.
All right, then you two can be Godzilla and I'll do Kong.
You do Kong. Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause that's my dog in this fight.
Really, your dog. in
Yep,
this fight
I'm
is
going.
King
I'm
Kong.
going King Kong.
There's no
He
way.
won the original one. He won the
But
first
that's
time.
be-
Let's go
but
round
that's-
two.
Is that because it was made by Americans?
Was it? That was both, wasn't it?
You know, I don't know. I would have to fact check that.
Ah, okay, another Google break.
We're getting that plug in. We're getting that ad revenue.
Who made King?
I watched it
Kong?
like. I actually watched it the other day.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
That was a trippy movie. Not gonna lie. That's trippy.
Alright,
The first-
which one did you watch? Like the
62.
62? Did he win it? King Kong won?
Yeah,
that
King
one?
Kong won.
How did he win it?
They had like they were like around the same size, and then they had some weird thing where he like absorbed electricity and he more powerful.
Okay, so they edited his powers.
Yeah, essentially.
Is it gonna
What
be
powers?
that
He's
clean?
just a giant monkey.
They gave him
Oh,
powers.
giant
Yeah.
monkey man.
If they're gonna give him those powers in the movie, I think he would win. But going off of like what American audiences know about King Kong,
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be.
He don't
like,
absorb no electricity.
Yes, he's not just like out here like he's. An
Unless maybe
electric
he's like
conduit.
eating a lot of electric eels or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's getting those electrolytes in.
Those electric. Oh, that's a good one.
Live bananas.
Those
Yeah,
are-
I mean electrolytes are in bananas.
Pink Lemonade talking about his electrolytes.
Listen,
Gotta love it.
I know my biology. I didn't even take biology. I'm gonna be honest.
It's okay, dude.
Level with you. But
You're on my level. Don't worry about it.
King Kong can't win. His skin would not
I'll
be
go
able to
with-
survive that blast.
I think it can.
You think
I
it
think
can?
it
You think this gorilla skin can?
I think if anything, he's gonna take it in the arm, and
He's
he's
gonna
not
take it
gonna.
in
He's
the
not gonna. I mean, he's not an idiot.
Yeah.
He's a giant ape that's smart.
Mhm.
And I mean, like if anything, he's just gonna get out of the way
Okay.
or
So-
deflect it.
We
What
also,
if he deflected it all the way back into his mouth
how
and
would
just
he deflect
freaking?
it?
Let's see, it's
Is he gonna
atomic
grab a big
breath.
old mirror?
Yeah, dude, he's gonna grab a side
mean,
of a
that sounds
skyscraper.
Okay, look, it's
Cartoony
atomic
thing.
breath. If you look
Yeah.
at how like, I
They
mean,
make him eat his vegetables again.
okay, is the atomic breath actually radioactive, or is it just like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
it's like
radioactive.
really hot blue fire?
Yeah, no, it's
Well, like,
radioactive.
They also say like for King Kong, the way he got that big is radioactivity and mixed with a certain berry from
Mhm.
Skull Island.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And anytime something gets larger,
Of course, dude.
because of
This-
radioactivity.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
It's the Americans. They were like test bombing this island, and this lizard
Boom.
was there eating the berries.
That's the current canon for the movie, right?
Essentially,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, that's always what it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
At least that's what it's
Darwinism
always
at
been
its
with
finest.
giant monsters, so I can't get
Yeah.
mad at that.
Darwinism at its finest.
Exactly.
Um,
Science.
I would say, personally, I would say that Godzilla would win, not only because of the atomic breath. I mean, let's just look at radioactivity. If King Kong is indeed radioactive, then I think it would be a pretty fair fight. But just the atomic breath in itself, if King Kong does not have a strong immunity to radioactivity, period, then just getting hit with like a single instant of it would be
Yeah.
like a nuclear.
Yeah, he'd like pop with
It's like
cancers
Chernobyl.
and stuff like that.
Well, the only thing I mean,
Yeah,
think of
it's
is
like a criticality test.
yeah.
I mean,
it's like, oh, from what I understand, King Kong does like have some sort of radioactivity,
Mhm,
and the main thing that happens with atomic breath when it hits it is it ignites.
mhm.
That is one thing we can, obviously, we
Yeah.
can say.
yeah.
Would it
And-
ignite his fur?
Yeah, like
You know,
it
I was
ignites,
thinking
but
that,
that's
I just
what I
didn't
would
know.
say is like when they went and fought him, they threw freaking incineraries and
Yeah.
napalm and stuff on it. Not a thing.
Mhm.
Didn't even notice it.
Okay. But I feel like napalm scaled up to like a radioactive blast on the skin. That's a big like scaling right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it still combusts in the
Because
flames.
cause usually like King Kong is said to be as powerful as the nukes that hit Hiroshima and Nagasaki because that's
Yeah.
what they were an allegory for. So I think he
Yeah.
would be just as
No, wait,
powerful
I
as
think
an
you got that
atomic
backwards.
bomb.
They can be Godzilla's like that. You said King Kong's like that.
Oh yeah, no, Godzilla. That's my bad.
I'm about to
King
say.
Kong is an allegory about the
Yes, as we
monstrosity
all
of the
know,
atomic
The
bomb.
American King Kong is an allegory for the Japanese.
Yeah, when
tragedy.
he climbed up the tower, it was symbolic of.
Boom, bombs.
when he fell down, it was.
Bro, when he
That was a
swatted them
bomb.
planes, I felt that.
I
Oh,
felt
that
it
hit me.
hard.
I cried. I cried 10 times in that movie.
Dude, I don't want to talk about it now.
Yeah, it's just too much. But yeah, King Kong. How do you have your money on King Kong?
Well, for
He-
one,
Unless he has the.
there's another
absorbing
thing
power.
that Godzilla really struggles with.
Reach.
Yes, it's reach.
Yeah.
And for one, King Kong can use weapons. He's not an idiot.
That's true.
Yeah, he
does
is smarter than
opposable
Godzilla.
thumbs.
And he could climb on him. He's
I
a
mean,
monkey.
I mean, let's look at like a
Honestly, in my
reptile
opinion, if
versus
they're around the same size, in my opinion, it goes down. King Kong climbs up his back, because he's faster. He's definitely faster. We both saw that in the last movie. He is slow as crap.
Okay, so is King Kong?
Yeah, how is this
What
like set up?
breed of ape is he? Or
Is
is
that
he a
He's a gorilla. He's like a gorilla. He's
okay,
like
so
a
he's
giant
a gorilla. Like a giant silverback gorilla?
Essentially.
Okay,
I
so
would
you're
say
looking
that.
at something with I mean,
I mean, they can learn sign language. They're
Yeah,
freaking smart.
very intelligent for
Yes.
for something that's not human.
I mean, he'll
in the
sit there and he'll
animal
watch Godzilla. He'll learn from Godzilla.
I googled what breed is King Kong, and the first thing I thought of was Pitbull.
That's the dog I got in this fight, dude.
kingdom. Bro,
Mr.
who wins?
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, what breed is it?
The Cuban gangster himself.
Okay, so he was based off the giant prehistoric ape.
The
Oh, so
giant
he's
prehistoric
based
ape.
off the Gigantopithecus, which is
Ah.
pretty much a gorilla freaking
Yes.
almost 10 feet tall,
Just imagine.
and they
me
would fight
smoking-
dinosaurs.
Yeah, just imagine me smoking a pipe for a second. Yes, yes.
Yes.
The giant Pithecus. I'm very aware.
I'm aware of the
Whoa,
Mega
whoa.
Sloth, but that's about it.
I'm taking
the
hits,
local custom.
man.
The local custom.
I mean, I'm
That's a key
The
and peele joke for
customs.
anybody who understands that.
The local customs.
The local custom. You must.
I mean, that's how I see it playing out. I mean, he figures out something that could easily do it, or he could easily figure things out, blinding Godzilla.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of other things he can figure out.
Their
He's
intelligence
he's
is not
smart.
even comparable.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
Godzilla's a freaking idiot.
If Godzilla sees him coming from a distance, just
I mean-
charge up a blast, shoot him in the chest.
Well, I mean, that's the problem. He's slow as crap. He'd move.
I
He
mean-
could move.
Wait,
He
is
also
this
has
is
to
this taking
charge
place
up.
in the city?
Yeah,
Or-
second place in the
okay.
city.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
most
he
definitely.
can't really turn in a city, Godzilla.
No, he
But can
can't.
that
He's
massive
so
Kong
Kong
lumber.
climbs.
That's
Kong
the
can
problem.
climb.
Yeah, he can
Kong
climb
can
over
climb.
stuff and just freaking
Concrete
elbow dropping
jungle.
Macho Man style.
Yeah, I mean it's really up in the air whether a building could hold his weight, but other than that,
Okay. So honestly, you're kind of convincing me on Kong here.
oh
I mean-
please.
I mean, he comes in with like, let's say he grabs a freaking light post.
Mhm.
If enough strength as Kong is, he could easily just jam that in his eye,
Okay.
Yeah, he really could. I mean,
and then he's already messed up. He's blind. He can't aim that
I
dang
totally
atomic
forgot I
breath.
was on Godzilla's
And
side right here.
Same.
atomic breath, he has to charge it every time. He has to charge it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's never been a time just instant. He has to charge to his back. Then sometimes it takes longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mean that's so much time. Kong's freaking fast.
Yeah.
We saw it when he fought the octopus. The octopus, as soon as it started grabbing up, he struggled, but I mean he got out of it.
Yeah.
And he got out of it pretty quick.
Yeah, he's
He
smart.
fought those freaking dinosaur things. What are they called? The skull.
Yeah,
skull
yeah, the
something.
skull, yeah, he just like ripped that dinosaur in half from the mouth, right?
Yeah, and they were fast.
Yeah.
They were really fast.
It was just
Compared
a
to
T-Rex
Godzilla,
without feathers.
Yeah. Honestly.
Godzilla's freaking slow and lumbering. We saw his fight with
He
King
can't turn
Ghidorah.
well in the cities.
Yeah,
He's got that
freaking-
massive tail.
King Ghidorah, all he did, he didn't do much, but he's just standing around. But I mean, when he sit there and he started throwing him around, it was easy. The guy with 3 heads and no arms could throw around this giant dinosaur.
Yeah.
When you really think about it, King Kong's actually quite got the upper hand here.
Yeah. You.
Yeah, King Kong. Yeah, he's got the opposable thumbs. He's got the agility. He's got the strength.
He's
Like-
got the smarts.
He got
Again,
the brains.
Again,
He
we'll
beats
leave it.
him on like every level except for like projectile. He just
Yeah.
has to get to him faster.
He could throw stuff.
Yeah.
He could throw stuff at any
He could.
time. He
Yeah,
could
I
throw
mean-
something right here and break his jaw.
And King
he
Kong's
could,
just
he could
like-
probably struggle
And
trying
King
to get that
Kong's
thing
just
out.
got like the tinier.
And I feel like if he did survive one blast, then he would know to like hide behind a building the
Yeah.
next time. It
I think
comes
really
around.
the-
Well, even then, he would, if he moved knowing something, it can't be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows fire bad. He's not, he's
He
not
doesn't see the
Frankenstein.
fire. He just sees blue light glowing from this
Yeah,
big old
and if
lizard.
as soon as it hits
like,
hits a
"What?"
building, he
Like
sees
that.
destruction.
That's,
Yeah.
but how does he feel about lights? He seems to be, because I feel like he was fine in Skull Island with all the like fire around him. Typically, when they were giving sacrifices to him, he was like, "Yeah, this is what I do. They give
Okay.
me sacrifices."
I will say. I will say that I'm more on King Kong's side, but I do have to play devil's advocate a bit, in the way that I feel like it's if Kong can survive a blast from his atomic breath.
He just has to survive
I'm,
one
I'm
blast.
gonna say I think
also,
he can.
Godzilla's jaws, like we're completely negating his jaws.
And also,
If he can even get anywhere
But-
near
oh,
King
wait,
Kong to
also-
grab
King
him.
Kong has to
we're
get
putting
close
this-
unless he's throwing
we're
something.
Well, he can get behind him.
We're putting
Which, I
this
mean,
in
we're-
a place
we're
where
also
King
not-
Kong is stronger. Because if we're setting in the city like we have,
Mhm.
Godzilla does not have the space to turn. But if we set it in the forest or something, he'll just easily knock over like small trees. So, like massive towers, he will have a harder time like knocking down to turn.
And then,
But if
and
we
then
set this in King Kong's territory, I think it's a much fairer fight.
Okay,
Or fight.
okay,
that's the scary part. We put it in Godzilla's territory. It's
I-
actually leaning more
yeah.
towards King
I
Kong.
think it
well
should be
there
King
there
Kong's
is some things
territory.
that we should discuss about Godzilla, like period,
Mhm.
because King Kong, yes, I mean he's got the opposable thumbs, he's stronger, he's got he's got like reach on him and everything like that, but to a certain extent, because pretty much Godzilla's got infinite range as far as the city's concerned because of his atomic blast,
Yeah.
which I mean can go through buildings.
Yeah, I feel
Like
like
a
Godzilla
paper
does
mache.
have more like power.
Godzilla does
Oh,
have more
yeah,
power,
that-
especially in his jaws. I mean he is
Yes.
he
Yeah,
is a dinosaur.
Yeah, dinosaur
with
is his
atomic
thing.
powers.
Yeah.
I mean, like what?
He does have that.
Is there anything like? I think we should talk about durability for a second, because Godzilla is a lizard, like a giant prehistoric reptile
Yeah.
with just scales for days. I mean, in the end, anything can get through King
Yeah.
Kong's skin.
And yeah, like you said earlier, he could just
Durability
like grab
definitely has
something
to
to
be a
poke through
factor.
his eye, but he'd have to get past Godzilla's jaws first.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. Like, as fast and as agile as King Kong is, he could go around him. He's not an idiot, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he'd probably be distracted by the light or something, but I mean, he would eventually figure it out. It's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, while I
Because
will give,
especially on the fact that,
if-
yes.
If it's on the island, the beam is harder to dodge.
I will definitely say that King Kong is more intelligent. Yes.
Yeah.
But when it comes to fight or flight instinct, I mean, there's a reason why they call it our reptilian brain.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought they called
it's
it our monkey brain.
no, it's
We got
our
a monkey brain.
It's our reptilian brain.
Okay.
It's like
I got a monkey brain.
it's like how
I got
to
a
fight,
sheep's
how to
brain.
survive the situation. And yeah, like Kong is gonna have like better instincts as to like, oh, what can I throw? What would hurt him? But I mean, Godzilla's also gonna know like, okay, how am I gonna survive this? Oh, I can tail whip this. Oh, I can shoot my atomic breath
he
at
can.
this.
He has a strong tail. He's got the jaws.
It's
He does have a
basically-
strong
behind-
tail, but like,
He can't really come from
okay,
behind. That's
one thing
Godzilla-
we still ain't really
the
figured
swing
out.
on that
This
tail
is in the
must be
city,
huge.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
This is
Godzilla
in the
is
city.
driven by
I
pure
feel like
instinct.
it'd make more sense on the island though. How are
Hudson.
they gonna move Kong to the city? Like
The same way they did it last time.
Pick him up.
that's so stupid though. That's so stupid, in my opinion.
Honestly-
I think Godzilla
honestly-
should like walk up on the shore of the island like he does.
Just put him
every
on
other
roller
place.
skates. Just put him on roller skates.
Fine, all right, we'll change it up a little bit. We'll put
Because I
Godzilla
feel like it's more
on.
of an even playing field on
We'll
the
put it
island.
on the Skull Island. And I think I do think it'll be a little more interesting.
Because
But-
there's no place for him to dodge the laser beam, and he can only work with like the trees and like jungle he has around him. But
Well, we put it
well,
that way. I mean, if we put it on the island, there is still one factor. Yes, Godzilla is a cannon, but he is a very slow cannon. He has to charge for a bit.
But he's not a glass cannon. He
I
can
wouldn't say
take
he's a
a
glass
hit,
cannon. Yeah, he can take a hit, but if it's a cannon without a name, he's nothing.
But he'd have to get past the jaws, and if he goes through the back, he'd have to get past the tail.
So I mean, Godzilla
I'm
has
not worried
a lot
about the
of close
jaws
range
because in the jaws in the last time weren't
What
even
about
a
the tail?
factor.
He can destroy buildings with his tail.
Jump.
A straight up concrete, or breaking through rebar and everything.
I mean,
like
what
that.
if he jumps? Why
If
do
he
you
jumps,
think
then
that?
like, he'll start.
King
turning.
Ghidorah did, and he flew.
If Kong
Yeah.
jumps,
That.
he'll start turning immediately because he's like, I missed him.
What if Kong
I
grabs
gotta
his
turn
tail?
around." I don't think he could do anything with it. I don't think he could like lift. He
At
could,
the same
he
size,
could-
like
I would
he-
say they're
I
about
feel
the
like he
same
would be
strength.
I
able
feel
to
like he'd
lift
get
him.
thrown around.
Yeah, I feel like Godzilla. Well,
It's like when you're a child and you grab onto like a bigger person's like arm and they can just swing you around.
Yeah, he
but
can't
we're
lift
talking
him, but
about
he can
King
swing him.
Kong. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about King Kong with 2 arms against like a lizard's tail. I mean, he can pick him up.
I don't think he can pick him up. I don't think so.
It's King Kong.
I disagree.
It's King Kong.
It is King Kong, but think about this big, fat, meaty lizard.
Think about these big, fat, meaty arms.
I don't know. I don't think. I
And,
know
and
gorillas
then
are strong.
we did say that Godzilla has the jaws, and that is a huge factor.
Yeah, it's definitely
What about
a very
got
viable
King
close
Kong's
range option.
jaws?
That's true.
He has
But I don't think
canines
he can.
that are
I don't think he
huge.
can bite through that like thick reptilian skin.
he bit through the skull thing.
Yes, but this is Godzilla.
Yeah, as I say,
That
a
is
skull-
Godzilla, but I mean,
how
he
long
can
was
be
that
far
skull
more
thing
durable.
even there?
He's far
it
more
had to
durable.
have been there for like years,
Yeah.
so long, weathering and stuff like that.
It's gonna decay.
He's far harder
not
than
decay,
some, like,
but it
old
will weather,
bones.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's.
Would I say that? Could I say that King Kong could probably puncture it with a bite? I would say yes, but not like nowhere near like King.
He's not gonna do
like
enough
Godzilla grabbing King Kong.
Not
I will say
even-
that. I will agree with
I
that.
think I don't think Godzilla would even like really bleed. Like people you've seen like in the movies, he can just take everything the military can throw at him because that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be like an elemental force that we cannot stop. That's his whole thing. We cannot only nature. He is like the embodiment of nature, and we cannot destroy him by man-made weapons. And I think King Kong's bite is really strong, but I don't think it's stronger than like a missile.
Yeah. I
If
mean,
they're at
pound-
the same
pound for
size
pound.
though, King Kong's head would be ginormous.
Yeah, it's really about bite strength at that point. It's
Yeah.
like really like, okay,
Well,
how much
all right,
pound for
then
pound
we
pressure
would put
can
it.
you put?
We would put it against. If you were to do that, you would do the bite of an alligator, the bite of a gorilla.
Yeah.
A gorilla's main predator is the jaguar or a leopard, and they mulch those things if they catch them. That's
Yeah.
why leopards hunt them at night. Other than that, they have no natural predators except us, just about.
I mean, I will go ahead and say we are, I guess, kind of playing devil's advocate with each other.
Yeah, we've been jumping back and forth.
Yeah,
all the
like
time.
I am kind
I'll
of
admit
torn.
though,
I'm
I've
very
been-
torn. I thought I was very
I'm
clearly.
still strong on my guy. I'm
Yeah,
actually still
I was
going
very
with King
clearly
Kong.
Godzilla, but now
I'll
I've been
admit-
shifted towards more of the middle.
I
I'll
was
admit
shifting towards
that,
Godzilla, but then I shifted
was
back. I
Godzilla
was
had
shifting
good
towards
points.
King Kong, and I'm shifting back towards.
And I'll say Godzilla has very good strengths with the atomic breath,
Yeah.
especially. But I mean, that's his main weapon.
I mean,
and
he's
that-
got
I still
long range
go-
and close range.
Yeah.
But I mean, atomic breath versus what? A telephone pole being javelin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
or a
The
tree.
occasional
We're
building.
setting it in the.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, jungle now.
Okay, sorry, I missed
since,
that.
King Kong already has such higher like dexterity and everything else.
What if
He
he
already
just
has
throws
such an
dirt in his
advantage,
eyes?
Giving King Kong like the disadvantage of not being able to move around.
Okay, but
much.
how about we set it not on Skull Island? We set it on a larger.
Just an island.
Yeah, just an island, so that
Just a big
Kong
old
doesn't have
island.
home field advantage knowing every crater.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, he just swam
Neither of
over
them
to-
should have home
yeah.
field advantage.
I agree with that.
We shouldn't
about
set
Monster
it
Island?
in Kyoto or anything like that. Sorry?
Why don't we do it on Monster Island?
I'm not familiar with Monster Island.
That's where all the monsters are.
Well, I feel
it's
like
an
they'd
island.
also be dealing with
It's an
other
island.
things at that point.
Nah, they sleeping.
Okay, yeah, they just took a nap while
Yeah,
these two
they're
gods
sleeping.
fight.
Exactly, dude. They're out there and they're like, whoa, there's a lot going on out there. I don't want to go out there.
That's valid, honestly. I mean, King Kong is known as the king of monsters, so if we do set it on the
Yes,
King
but if
versus
he's the
king,
king, I mean, it's Godzilla. He's the god of reptiles.
he's the king of monsters. That's what they call him. He can call upon the monsters.
That's essentially the king of America and the king of Tokyo.
I suppose that's. I mean, I don't think.
Because King Kong was
'Cause-
American made.
Cause yeah, he
Was it
is.
in Tokyo or was it in Kyoto? I thought it was in Kyoto.
I don't know. I figured Tokyo. It was Japan.
It was Japan.
Yeah, Godzilla is
Japan.
Japanese, but
He likes sushi.
either way, he was king of the kaiju's. He
I
could
kind of
control
want to
the
see
kaijus.
Godzilla in Akihabara, which is like just destroying all these anime shops, and I just get some free merch out of it.
Nah, dude, you don't get free merch.
No, because like
You guys pay for it.
It's-
They're still
it's-
there.
It's fine to steal from big
They're
companies.
used to it at that point. They're used to it.
no,
It's
but like all these
If-
storefronts.
If it's a
Godzilla.
local business, don't take it.
Dude,
If
imagine
it's
how
like a
many
massive
anime figures.
corporation.
Imagine
we
how
went to
many
a whole
figures.
other thing.
Alright, I'll just go
That's a
ahead and
different
say, Dragon King has like a lot of really cool figures. So
For
like,
legality
imagine
purposes,
all of
do
the
not steal.
imagine all the cool figures you'd get if this was taken in Akihabara.
You telling me
Because
about my
all of
figures?
these-
What if I didn't want to know about my figures yet?
It's a really cool collection, though.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
It's so cool.
It's
I won't compare it to
so
some of the other ones.
God, gee willikers,
Golly
man.
gee willikers, man.
It's
just awfully
X
cool.
Games.
Come
It's X Games, bro.
Golly
It's X Games.
Golly gee willikers, mister. You have such a cool collection here. I'm amazed.
Alright, Lemonade is hopped up on a little bit of sugar right now.
I do be having ADHD though.
We all got ADHD at this point.
Yeah, we just jump around so much.
But
I'm scared
again,
to say this is
I,
gonna be on
And it's
camera.
like 3 in the morning, like coming back.
Yeah,
energy.
we're still doing this way late at night.
Yeah.
I gotta edit it still.
Yeah.
but
Crazy.
It's gonna be fun.
as I will say again, as we reiterated, it's up to you guys in the comment section.
Yeah.
We put all the points we got.
Yeah. That,
If I win, we're gonna put him in a bag. If he wins, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
Cry.
Eat a Komodo dragon.
I don't got
I feel
enough
like
Komodo
that's
dragon.
hard. That's what I say.
I mean, you're Dragon King, you're Tiger King. So,
I'm not tired.
Kiss
I will financially recover from this.
Kiss yourself. I don't know.
Cool.
I didn't put that much into it. It's okay. I just got a mic.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How about we just put you in a trash bag? Even odds.
I'm not trash. He's trash.
I'm trash.
That's fair. Yeah, what if we put you in a dragon?
I'm trash. That sounds like a 30-year-old woman.
Yeah, you are.
So we
You're my
either have to
30-year-old
put him
woman
in the
now.
king or in the dragon, because we can't put him in 67
What?
Fine. Whoever wins gets the championship belt. We'll just do that.
championship.
Championship.
Yeah, I got a championship belt. Don't worry
What?
about that.
Is this new content?
This is
Maybe it is. Maybe it's not.
Okay.
Don't be doing the spin-offs yet.
Spin-offs. We haven't. Let's not worry about about spin-offs until we get
Well, if anything,
further.
it's trash is doing a spin-off. You know it's gonna be trashy anyway.
Next time on the podcast.
Oh, here I got it. Next time on the podcast, we got Trash being the trashiest as he can be down here at Cops.
Can Pink Lemonade handle his lemonade? Will Dragon King ever financially recover?
Tune in next time to the next podcast.
Dragon
And
Ball
we
Z.
are out.
Bye.